So today's episode, we're going to be talking about Mike Barnes. Now, a lot of people, they don't like Mike Barnes, but then again, a lot of people do. And that's what I'm trying to get at with today's video. Why is he so freaking popular? I want to talk about this. It's important. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so I've made a lot of Cobra Kai videos. I think we're in about, I think I made like 60 videos. Speaking of, let's remember that I do have the Ultimate Cobra Kai playlist, so you want to check that out. You get to see, you can like binge watch all of my Cobra Kai videos. Now, the question is, why is Mike Barnes so popular? Now, I think I've made about, maybe 15 videos that are mostly about Mike Barnes facing someone, or just Mike Barnes in general. And it's interesting to see a couple of things. One, a lot of people do not like Mike Barnes, and obviously because he's the antagonist, or at least one of the antagonists in Karate Kid Part 3. But also, I think they're just tired of me like talking a lot about a bad guy, you know? Now, the second thing that's very interesting is that if you look at the statistics, my most popular Cobra Kai videos are about Mike Barnes. And I know that this video, before even releasing it, it's going to be very popular because, again, people seem to search for Mike Barnes videos. And this is the point of this video altogether today. Like, I want to know why that is. I have a few thoughts on the subject. So, I think this is very interesting. There's something similar actually to Star Wars here. Yeah, I said it, Star Wars. And it's the fact that when my generation, when we were kids, we were all for the Jedis. We felt that the Jedis were very, very cool. And when, you know, the prequel movies came out, you know, with Darth Maul and everything, everybody just started to feel that the Sith were more cool. You know what I mean? Like, and nobody really liked Darth Vader in the beginning. It was more like that came afterwards. The impact, the cultural impact that Darth Vader had, that made a lot of people just really love him. But when you really think about it, Mike Barnes, Darth Vader, they're bad guys, okay? Like, Darth Vader, at least that route, you can still sort of go like, oh, well, he was Anakin and he was tricked by the dark side, you know, and you can go that route and sort of get a little sympathy or an explanation for Darth Vader and why you really like him. But I think that most people who are fans of Darth Vader, they don't really care about that. I think that they're fans because Darth Vader is a cool bad guy. Like, he can just clench his fist and someone's throat gets strangled, you know, it's intense. And I think that with Mike Barnes, there is something similar to it. And what does that mean? Does that mean that we're secretly rooting for the bad guy, or at least some of us? I know a lot of you guys, you're probably watching this and you're big fans of Mike Barnes. Don't get me wrong, I think that there is an aspect of Mike Barnes that I personally also am a fan of. And I wanted to explain first what that is. So for me, Mike Barnes, what I really like about this character is that, you know, he's an authoritative figure. Like, he has a loud booming voice, and I think that we love those guys in movies, you know, those Vin Diesels, you know, I was gonna say Vin Ginfield, but let's be honest, like, my voice isn't that booming, but these really badass guys, you know, with muscles and, you know, badass attitudes. Again, Vin Diesel comes to mind for some reason, but that's not the only example. But I think Mike Barnes is that kind of person. He's got the loud voice, he can fight, he can take care of himself, he can negotiate a really cool deal. Like, I was always thinking about those 50% that he got out of Cobra Kai. Really? Like, isn't that a bit too much just to beat one guy? But, you know, I mean, obviously Terry Silver must be making a fortune if he could just give 50% of all Cobra Kai dojos to one guy for beating just one guy. So, or maybe he was just gonna trick him in the end. We never know, but that's a different topic. So anyway, Mike Barnes, he's kind of cool. He's sort of independent, you know. He just comes to the valley and he's gonna do something. He's gonna up his financial situation, and nothing is gonna stop him. And what we see in Karate Kid 3 is he's just going after his target. He's like going completely like Gary Vee on the whole thing. He's like really going after his goal. Nothing is gonna stop him. And I think in part, that's what I like about him, that he's really determined, and he knows how to take care of himself. He's really determined, and he's kind of, I don't know how to say it, like he looks kind of cool when he does it also, you know. So appearances a lot. And I don't know, it's interesting, you know, how we sometimes we root, or we kind of fancy the bad boys a little bit. That's kind of interesting. I was also thinking about, you know, my favorite character from Karate Kid 1, it's Dutch. He doesn't have a lot to say, but what he does is just, you know, the way he says, you know, oh, what's the matter, Danielle? Mommy not here to dress ya? Like, the way he says it, it was just so cool. Like, all the yelling and all the fierce eyes, you know, you're dead meat, you know. And you know, Mike Barnes also has a lot of cool dialogue. Oh, speaking of, I have to remind myself, I'm thinking about doing like a top 10 cool Mike Barnes quotes. That would be something. I'm just... Is it rude of me to type while I'm making a video? I don't know what the etiquette is on these things. Okay, so yeah, no, I think a lot of people, when they get bullied at work or at school or whatever, I think that they draw inspiration from the kind of people that they wish they could be. And I think that a lot of us, we really wish that we could be a bit more like Mike Barnes. Not evil like he was, or I know a lot of people are gonna go, what do you mean? Mike Barnes was not evil. He was, come on. He broke the damn tree. He was evil, okay? What did that tree ever do to him? I think that in situations where we feel like we can't take care of ourselves, we find inspiration in the bad guys. We wish we could be more like the bad guys who can obviously take care of themselves, who seem to be fearless. Mike Barnes seems to be completely fearless, and I think that's the thing that a lot of us aspire to. We would like to be fearless. I mean, who wants to walk around and be scared all the time? So I think that's really something that makes Mike Barnes popular. And it's not just Mike Barnes, it's all sorts of characters. Like I mentioned, you know, Darth Vader, but I can like make a whole list of bad guys that we sort of feel inspired by, you know, just these cool badass archetypes, you know. But it's interesting to me that in another cool character, like I mentioned Mike Barnes and I mentioned Dutch, it's interesting also that my Terry Silver videos are also very popular, and I think for the same reason. Terry Silver is sort of the master of his own faith. Like, he makes things happen. He's a psychopath, no arguments there. Like, he doesn't have any conscience, and he just wants to dominate and do whatever it takes to win whatever he wants to. And he's sort of, I think he enjoys when people suffer. I don't get that emotion from Mike Barnes, though, you know? I don't think he suffered, he enjoyed any, when Daniel was suffering, when he was getting beat and pounded. I don't think he was enjoying that one bit. He was just doing what he was supposed to do, and he was enjoying the fact that he was just getting closer and closer to getting his goal, which is to get, you know, 50% of Cobra Kai. That's pure determination. Like, he didn't flinch. Like, it was just like, you know, the scene with the tree. He broke it like out of spite, but it was mostly like, you know, sign the damn thing, fine, just for making me wait, you know. And so again, I don't think that he was truly enjoying people's pain. So is he a true bad guy? I don't think so, not in a true sense. Like, for me, if we're to talk about, you know, I'm thinking about making an episode on who's the true bad guy of Karate Kid and Cobra Kai, but I'll get to that in a second. Or actually not in this video, sorry. I meant to say I'll get to that in that video. In this video, I just wanted to focus on Mike Barnes and why he's so popular. And that's my take on it. I think that he's fearless, he's master of his destiny, and I think a lot of people, we are not fearless and we are not masters of our destiny, and we wish we could be more. And that's why I feel we draw inspiration from a character like Mike Barnes. That's just my theory. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with me or if you think something similar or why you personally like or dislike mic bars. I would really like to know. Whew, that was a long one. Okay, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you know what to do. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Okay, that was it. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, see that like button, smash it. And I got some freakishly awesome videos coming up. Better subscribe so you don't miss a beat. I'll see you later. Peace.